In this video, we're going to address some of the most common questions that come about when people are looking to get into saddle hunting. These come from Facebook groups, online forums, and YouTube comment sections. We're also going to debunk some of the myths out there that are just untrue. All right, so we're gonna get to the frequently asked questions in just one moment, but do me a favor, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel a lot. All right, so question number one, what equipment do I need to actually start saddle hunting? So to oversimplify this, really all you need is climbing sticks, a platform, the saddle itself, and then the ropes and connections. All right, question number two, is saddle hunting safe? Yes, and in my opinion, it's actually more safe than tree stand hunting. Two reasons why. Number one, you cannot hunt without your saddle, which acts as your fall restraint or fall arrest device. And as opposed to tree stand hunting, you can hunt without the harness. With saddle hunting, it's a no-go if you don't have your harness on. Reason number two, 90% of the fatalities and serious injuries in hunting come from tree stand accidents. So that's kind of a two-part component. So not wearing your harness, not wearing it correctly, or it actually breaking, that's one source of the injuries. And then the second thing is suspension trauma. So if you fall, harness catches you, you aren't able to recover yourself, you're not able to pull yourself up, you can actually die from suspension trauma. Really understanding a fall restraint versus a fall arrest device are crucial in this. So with saddle hunting, it is a fall restraint device. It can act as a fall arrest device, if things go really bad. It's not intended for that, but then again, it is also made of seatbelt webbing, and that is what tree stand harnesses are made of. So in the event that you did fall, this would be better protection than nothing at all. Question number three, is it easy to shoot out of a saddle? Absolutely, yes. And I think that you can actually have better form out of a saddle just because of the way that you are orientated in the tree. So one of the biggest things is that, when you are in a tree stand and you go to make your shot, you want to draw, get anchored, then bend at the hip to make the shot. With a saddle, it's a little bit different. What you want to do is actually rotate the opposite hip to the side that you're shooting. You want to rotate that up, and what that does is makes the bridge feed through the carabiner, drops your shooting side hip down, and that puts you at the angle to have really good form. Question number four, what are the real benefits of saddle hunting? So the first benefit, first and foremost for me, is safety. So I feel more secure always being under tension in a tree. I know that arborists use these systems quite frequently, and there's no need for having to recover should I fall, because I'm never going to fall with this system. Second benefit is weight reduction. So some people are going crazy and trying to get this number down to zero, and I don't think that's realistic. I think what you should really be looking for is a complete system that's your climbing sticks, your platform, and your saddle at or around 20 pounds. I think that's very manageable for the average hunter, private or public land. My climbing sticks are 8 pounds, my saddle is 5.4 pounds, and my platform is about 3 pounds. So we're looking at 11 plus 5, 16 pounds for my complete system to actually go out and hunt. That's more than manageable. When I ran a tree stand, my total pack out weight was about 40 pounds. So weight reduction is a huge benefit for saddle hunting. Number five, one of the biggest objections to saddle hunting is the cost. So people look at a saddle system that's $200 and they go, that's too expensive. They already have climbing sticks, so you don't really need that component. But they look at a platform that's about $150 to $200 and they go, $350, that's too much. I already have all these stands, I have these harnesses, it's just too much. Really, $350 to get into saddle hunting is not that expensive when you look at the grand scheme of overall spend when it comes to hunting. If we were to look at your budget, I'm sure we could find the money to do it. So how much does it cost? If you're starting from scratch, you haven't ever tree stand hunted before, you're looking at about $200 for the sticks, $200 for the saddle, and $150 for the platform. Tack on another $80 for the ropes and connections. All right, here are some of the myths about saddle hunting. It's unsafe. Well, we already explained why it's more safe. It costs too much. Well, we already showed the cost of saddle hunting. It's really not that expensive when you look at it and you look at your overall spend. When you look at saddle hunting as a proportion of your overall spend when it comes to hunting yearly, it's probably not that much. You move too much trying to get those additional shot angles. So whether you are in a tree stand or you're in a saddle, there is going to be some amount of movement. Deer don't come directly in your desired shooting location. If it's, off to the side, whether you're in a tree stand or a saddle, you're going to have to make that movement to take the shot. It's not comfortable at all. Actually, it really can be, especially if you know how to adjust your ropes and adjust the way that you sit. You can take pressure points off just by moving a little bit, just by twisting a little bit, just by shortening your bridge length or shortening your tether length. You can really make a lot of fine-tune adjustments that will help in your comfort. And let's face it, no matter what you're hunting out of, if it's a climber or a lock-on stand, if you're hunting on the ground or in a saddle, you're gonna have to move at some point in the day, especially if you're doing a 12-hour sit. You're gonna have to make adjustments to alleviate pressure points, no matter what method you use. I've used a climber for 20 years, man. I don't need that junk. Okay, if you don't wanna get into saddle hunting, nobody's forcing you to. If you have a system that works for you, great. For the people out there that are looking for something better that will help suit their needs and their capabilities, this is where saddle hunting comes in and shines. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. If you got value out of this content, go ahead and hit that like button. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comment section below. Otherwise, best of luck this season.